Hello and welcome, it's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk and we're saying goodbye to celebration items. We've got just a few more days to get those orders in before the end of February. I'm going to be using the Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper. It comes 6x6, you get 48 sheets when you spend £45. For this particular card, I may make more than one because I just don't feel I've had enough out of this paper. Friendly Hello. And when I initially saw this paper, I found it a little bit overwhelming. However, like good old Stampin' Up always seem to do this, where they have sort of really large designs on one side and then they've got some smaller designs on the other. So I'm going to, for this card, I've already cut out some items here. I'm going to be showing you how to do a bit of paper piecing, putting some lovely punched items together to make a little floral fruity scene, because we've got some strawberries here. And I just thought that design with the there we go, oh come on, please come into focus, there we go, that little design there, it just reminds me of seeds on strawberries. How cool is that? But before we go any further, what I want to do is add a little bit of shading just to the edges of it, and it's super easy to do that. You just get your little dauber like so and pick up the whatever it is that you want to shade, and all you do is go around the edges and add that little bit of shadow or shading just to give it a bit of definition. Because we have got papers here that have got a lot of pattern on them, sometimes they can get lost when you do this type of card making. So by adding that little bit of darker definition just to the edges, it makes quite a bit of difference and really does help. Now I can see, look, I've got little pieces coming off my dauber. This is because this is quite an old dauber. So these items are not forever, they don't last forever, and probably this is a sign that I really should get a new one, which I do have, and I'm just looking to see if I've got one that's kind of a darker, I've got a darker shade on it. Oh, just rummaging. Oh, that one looks like a slightly newer one. Let's see if that one's a bit better. Let's see if there's any bits falling off that one. Oh yes, there is. Okay, these must be my super old ones. I've had these for like probably about 8 years. So let's grab a newer one. There we go. Now this has got a bit of green on it, so you might see some green start to appear on my flowers here. Right, I'm going to go ahead and do all these and come back. So I've put some little bit of shading on that now. And what I'm going to do now is focus in on the background, and I want to stamp a few little designs in the background before I start sticking my flowers on. And particularly just this lovely leaf to have kind of, yeah, just in the background, just to break up that space a little bit. So I'm just going to grab my Stampin' mat here just to help, because we're using photopolymer stamps here, and so we do need that extra little bit of cushioning to help with the ink transfer. And I'm just searching for an appropriate sized block. Right, so I'm going to have my design mainly in the middle, so it doesn't matter if I end up stamping and covering it over, as long as I just get some of that design in the background there. So I'm just imagining this is my focal point, and so I've got these leaves kind of radiating from the center outwards, and then we've also got this flower with a little bit of a leaf embellishment on there, so I'm just going to tuck that in as well. Never know, that might show through too. So there we go. Oh, should we have another? Oh, there's more leaves actually. Oh, got this little tiny one here. Oh, I think I've gone and dropped a block somewhere. There it is. So this stamp set is available when you spend £90, and it comes with a really pretty set of papers, which ironically I'm not using the papers in this card today. I'm using the other ones, but anyway, this is a bit of a blog hop to show off the celebration items. So do head to my blog, the link will be in the description, and you'll get to see all the other amazing Stampin' Up demonstrator artists from around the world who are also using celebration items, and you'll get lots of lovely inspiration. Right, so what you're seeing me do here is just putting a little bit of life into these daisies. So this is using the large daisy punch, and I'm just popping in some little kinks into it just to kind of make it look a little bit more alive. Now, if you are going to give a card like this, it may be beneficial to make a bit of a card box for it if you don't want these flowers to get too squished, or make your own custom envelope that's kind of loose around it, because I think it's a shame to, if you go to all this hard work to breathe of life into the paper, to then have it all squished in the post. So just bear that in mind with this type of card making. I think if you're giving it by hand, then that's not too bad, but if you're putting it in the post, then it's such a shame if it gets damaged. I've been known to use a little bit of bubble wrap actually, just and sort of fluff up the petals a bit. Okay, so my strawberries, I'm thinking to give a little bit of life to my strawberries, I'm going to turn them over. I'm not going to have blue strawberries, and use the end of my Tombow glue like so, and put some shape into it like so. And then I'm actually going to stick this down with several dimensionals to try and keep that curved strawberry there. I probably don't need all of these, probably 3 will be enough. So I'm just going to show you that again. You just need to use a little bit of force just to get it going, and then it does that quite happily. And this mat is fantastic for that because it's got that give. There's no way you could do this on a normal, just on your table. You can get away with doing it on your hand, but it is useful to have the mat. Incidentally, the mat is available through Stampin' Up. It's not listed in the catalogue, unfortunately, but it is still available, and I will put a list of the products I've used in the description along with the code for it. I'm just going to see what it's like if I put a little bit of tweezering into this. Oh yes, I think I prefer that. Gives it a little bit more life there. So I tend to try and put the tweezers in the direction that the veins of the leaf would go, just to kind of keep it as natural and realistic as possible. Of course, it's not ultra realistic, you know, leaves don't have stripes on them like this, but it's, you know, it's that lovely artistic impression we're kind of going for. And then of course we've got these are the calyxes to go on the, I'm just trying to think how we could shape those. I'm going to see what these are like with a little bit of shaping. Oh yay, that's kind of cute. I like that. I will also put the list of all the different punches I've used as well, because this is quite a punch heavy kind of design. Now I have got these little flowers that I've punched out, and I am wondering whether to actually do some ones in white, because strawberry flowers are actually white with yellow, aren't they? Rather than having these scattered around. Yeah, I think I will do that. I'm going to go and cut them out and then come back to you. So I've punched out some white little flowers, and I'm thinking I need some little yellow centres to go in here. So I'm using some of that rainbow paper, the most yellow of them, and just cutting out a little yellow circle. Now unfortunately this punch has retired for quite a while, and it's, I think it's the 1/2 inch circle punch. It's any generic circle punch will do though, so although it is a shame it's not available through Stampin' Up anymore. Right, there we go. Those are going to be my little centres. So I'm going to start assembling now. Now you can use, if you want to, if it's a bit quicker, you can use a hot glue gun to do the assembling, but I'm going to be showing you how to do it with the Tombow glue and also some dimensionals. So first of all, we're going to assemble this daisy, and that's pretty easy to do. That's basically one on top of the other on top of the other. So just a tiny amount. Oh, whoa, Nelly. That's a little bit much glue. So I'm just going to take off a bit there and take another little bit off there. Ooh, because otherwise we're going to end up with loads of glue everywhere. All right, so that's down there. Stick that one in the middle, and then that one in the middle like so. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that, although I have used too much glue. I may just have to use one of these little pink ones just to mop that up a bit. Just stick that in the middle there so that I don't end up with a gooey flower. So how cute is that? And then I've got to attach that to that. Now I'm wondering whether to use some mini dimensionals for this. Yeah, they fit beautifully, the mini ones. I love that Stampin' Up brought these in. There we go. Oh, bit too low down. Let's move that up a bit. Okay, so where are we going to have these strawberries? I just imagine a nice little cluster of these sort of hanging down from my flower. I don't know in what context you'd have strawberries hanging from a massive daisy, but you know, it's my card and I'm, you know. Right, so to make these strawberries stay dimensional, what I'm going to do is pop three dimensionals, you see, pile them up and stick it down so that's got a really good layer underneath it. So even if you do have to put this in an envelope, hopefully it's not going to get too squished. Okay, that's just my husband telling me that dinner is ready. But I'm just going to keep filming for a second. Okay, so that's a couple of strawberries. I really want 3 on here, so I don't know, I might put my flower there and have another strawberry up here. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have a nice pile of dimensional bits at the side of me here. And then I've got to remember to give this a little bit of a zhuzhy in there and add that. Okay, so my daisy can go there, so my strawberries can kind of like hang from there. So far so good. Let's stick that on. And then of course we've got all these other leaves that we can use. Might have a leaf coming from the top there, another little one there. And you know what, I'm not going to faff around with glue. I'm just going to use the dimensionals because sometimes it's just easier just to tuck things in. You know, they're happy there. Unless someone starts poking around with your card, they're not going to know, you know, all the ins and outs of it all. Let's stick maybe no, I don't like the way it clashes too much. Let's have that a leaf there maybe. And then of course we've got our white flowers to go in. Let's get that out there. Right, so little white strawberry flowers in amongst the strawberries, because of course strawberries will ripen at different times and sometimes you have the flowers still showing on there. They're such happy little things, aren't they? And even the flowers, they just, I love seeing them because it's like, oh, the strawberries are coming. You know, summer is coming. You know, the prospect of nice sweet fruit of the summertime. It's always a good thing, isn't it? Okay, so at the moment I feel like everything's kind of concentrated on the right hand side, so I want to bring the eye over to the left a bit. So I'm going to pop that little flower there to sort of bring the eye down. And it's kind of inadvertently created almost an S shape. So I'm just going to put this last strawberry flower actually up here to help bring the eye across, like so. And then with these yellow centres as well, oh, you know what, let's glue these in. This will be easier to glue, so I'm going to be very careful just to put the tiniest blob of glue because we don't need a huge amount there. I'm just trying to find my little tool. What's my little take? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm just going to pick that up and stick that on like so, because sometimes, you know, When you're doing intricate things like this, it's easier to use a tool than it is to use your fingers. Now, I'm missing a circle. Okay, okay, I'm not going to spend time looking for that. Just punch another one. Super cute. Love it. Right, now, what I want to do now is put a little bit of edging onto this, because I'm going to be mounting this onto a piece of white cardstock. I just want to create a bit more of a frame around it. So just adding a little bit of black, like so. Kind of grunges it up a little bit, doesn't it? So where's my white card base gone? I had it here a second ago. Oh, ta-da! Okay, so there you have it. Combination of the fabulous rainbow, what's it called? Sunshine and Rainbows paper with the stamp set called Friendly Hello. So we've combined those two celebration items to make this happy, fun card. Now, of course, you could put a sentiment on there, wherever you want it, really. Maybe easier to stamp and then cut it out, or just stamp it on the inside. Sometimes it's nice just to have a really pretty card without a sentiment and then have all you want to say on the inside. So there you have it. So thank you so much for joining me. Please do go and hit that link to my blog, and go and check out the list of other participants in this blog hop and get some more inspiration. And don't forget to place that order. Do, you know, if you might have got items in your basket that are just waiting to check out, because once you're over the end of February, the 28th of February, celebration items will not be available. So I don't want you to miss out on that. So please do go ahead and order. So we've got a Friendly Hello and the papers for £90. We've also got this stamp set that's got lots and lots of greetings that is really helpful for card making. Really great with sympathy there, actually. Very, very nicely designed. That's for £90 if you spend £90. And of course the papers is a £45 spend. And also there's this really cute one called Catching Butterflies, which I was thinking of using, but I ended up doing this. So there you have it. Hopefully one of my other hoppers will have used that one. Take care for now and have a great rest of the day. Bye.